Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video, what I'm going to do, something a little different, which I don't think I've ever done, really. I had a game today, live on stream. I got 52 kills. It was a 52 kill game, which I felt like was pretty decent. And I did this with a purpose, which I'm not saying I did that with a purpose, like, morally. I did it with the gun called The Purpose. It's a scout rifle from Trials of the Nine back in year 1, right? Trials of the Nine scout rifle called The Purpose. In the energy slot, I was using the Devil's Ruin exotic sidearm. And 52 kills. And what I was going to do, I figured I would watch this gameplay from start to finish. I'm not taking out the deaths. I'm not taking out the mistakes. I'm not overly editing it. I'm just going to play the match from start to finish. I have not rehearsed this. I figured what I would do is I would watch the gameplay and kind of talk through what I was doing in the moment and just sort of relive it a little bit. And that's because one of the things that I say all the time, and if you ever come around my stream, you probably know this. People always show up and they say, do you have any tips? What tips would you give me to become a better Crucible player? Now, that's a long list of things, you know, that you can do to improve your gameplay. But I always narrow it down to 3 things. I say 3 things. First and foremost, dedicate more time to it, which is obvious. I always say these all sound obvious, but they're game changers. Dedicate more time to it. Number 2, watch other people's gameplay. So watch people who play the game who are better than you. I do this, by the way. I still do this. I still watch people play this game who are better than me. Why? Because you'll pick up on things that they do that they might not even recognize that they're doing, but it's huge. It's huge. It's hugely helpful, and it changes their gameplay entirely. You'll pick up on things that good players do. The last thing I always tell people on my top 3 things is watch your own gameplay. Watch your own gameplay. You will pick up on things that you do, mistakes you make, trends that you have in your own gameplay. So watch your own gameplay. And this is going to be me showing that exercise. I'm going to be watching my own gameplay and reacting to it. Like I said, I have not watched this match from start to finish yet since I did it. I'm going to do that now, and I'll sync this up so that we're walking through it at the same time. Sound good? Let's watch the 52 kill game. Alright, so here I am flying in with my... That ship, by the way, is called the Velocimancer. I get that question a lot on stream. Like, yo, that ship looks awesome. What is it? It looks like Darkwing Duck. It's called the Velocimancer. It was sold in the Eververse store at one point. Here I am. This is the very beginning of the match. I'm kind of anticipating some action here on B. I don't get it. I devoured my grenade because I was expecting to have a little bit more adversity here. But I didn't have a lot of adversity. This guy... kind of an interesting... Melees are weird in this game. Alright, melees are weird in this game. They're one of the most inconsistent things in the game, and because of the way that melees track, it really messes with the visuals of the game, and that happens a lot. So what happens here, I prime up the first guy, well, I kill the first guy with the Devil's Ruin. I hear the guy coming up behind me, so after I secure kill number 2, I decide, man, I gotta push up, but I get hit with a grenade launcher in the bum. Grenade launcher to the bum is not a fun way to go. Alright, so I respawn here at the shore side, and this is what happens here. I remember this. I'm about to die. But if you notice, I popped the heavy. That's because I'm thinking, listen, my team does not have mid-map control. They are all out here on the shore side, and they're nowhere near heavy. So if I don't pop this, then, you know, who knows how many people on the enemy team are going to get heavy ammo. Best case scenario, I push up there, I pop the heavy. Even if I die, only one person on the enemy team is going to get a brick of heavy. That's it. So, speaking of how melees are funny, point in case. And of course, I'm a whiny little B word, so on stream I'm like, that melee doesn't make any sense. You know, you're caught up in the moment, you rage a little bit. We all do it. And, I'm willing to bet I sound more like a whiny little sissy than you do, though, in those moments. But you feel free to prove me wrong, though. Alright, so here, I want to capture B. I also know that I have a scout rifle, so I'm trying to stick to the lanes where I can leverage that to my advantage. By the way, this scout rifle is not bad. It's got slide shot. It also has the explosive payload on it, so it's going to do some some shaky damage when you hit people with it, and it divides your damage between two different numbers, the original impact and the explosion. Not explosive payload, but just explosive rounds or whatever. So that's why you see two numbers when I hit guys. This guy's over here on C. I want to get him off of C, so I push up, and my teammate finishes him off. Now I'm looking at B. I realize they're capping it. One of the things is I'm trying to play to the advantages of my loadout. I tend to play really aggressive and really reckless, but I know I have a scout rifle, so I'm going to try and manage those lanes as best as I can. Any of the sight lines that lend themselves to the loadout that I'm currently running. I'm trying to strafe and shoot at the same time. I like the rate of fire on the purpose. I feel like it's, even though it's a year one scout rifle, I feel like it's one of your better options. I pushed up here to try and get some B control, and I got barraged, which is pretty typical. I'm a bit of a super magnet, you know. And I talk about this on stream, like, man, I get supered a lot. The reason is because I tend to play really reckless and aggressively, so I'm often the first enemy someone with a super sees. So I get supered a lot. Not so much in this match because I'm using a scout rifle, so I'm trying to play those lanes like I was talking about. But generally, like I spent most of the day, actually I did double sidearms for a lot of the day today on stream and racked up several 40+ kill games. It was a lot of fun. Here, obviously, Nova Bomb, I still firmly believe that Nova Bomb on the Devour skill tree sucks. I believe that that super is hot, steaming garbage. Pardon me. But I decide, hey, this is a gimme. It's a super coming through a small doorway, so I'll take the super shutdown with my Nova Bomb. And I do like that when I throw a Nova now, if I get a kill with it, it instantly procs Devour. That is definitely mega helpful. That's a change they recently made to the super, but the super is pretty trash. Here, I pop Devour with my grenade. I do like using the Devour skill tree. This guy pushes up into my grill with spare rations, but he's shooting at my teammates, so it's a pretty easy kill for me. This guy walks past me like I'm invisible. I must not exist or something, I don't know. So every now and then you get kills that are gimmies. And it's really easy. I will say this. It's really easy to see moments like that where like, that guy's blind and stupid, you know what I'm saying? But it's not true. I have these moments too where I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware there's a guy right beside me. I didn't see him initially, but now I see him as I step forward. But I'm already engaged in a gunfight, and at that point I'm sort of weighing what's most important here. And a lot of times it's like I'm gonna completely ignore the guy that's right beside me because I need to secure this kill. I'm probably gonna die here, but I'd love to take someone with me. And I know that if I stop shooting the guy I'm shooting at and currently engaged with and shoot the guy right next to me, I'm just gonna go down before I can finish off a guy with full health next to me. I'm gonna play my chances and try and finish off the guy I've already got weak. So a lot of times people will say stuff like, wow, you're playing bots, these guys are stupid, the guy didn't even see you. But you really don't know the context of that engagement. A lot of times I'm that guy that looks stupid, when in reality I'm fully aware of the person that's right beside of me. I'm just choosing to stick it out with the engagement I already started. And here you see me really playing the strengths of the scout rifle. This guy is pushing up beside me. I was trying to anchor this spawn, and I took a few with me, but eventually it was just too overwhelming, you know. I respawned, I pushed back up to C, trying to get some C control. And I was shocked at the range of that man's last man standing. I think I remember being a whiny little B word again on stream and being like, oh, I thought it was a slug shotty with that range. It was the last man standing. Bullcrap. Wow. Sounded like my kids. I don't want to eat that. Wow. That's the life I live. Here, I kind of wanted to get more than one, but I do know that dropping the Nova is A, it's a guaranteed kill. B, I'm going to shut down heavy. C, it's going to queue up Devour, and that's what it did. So I dropped the Solo Nova, shut down the heavy, picked up the brick, got another kill to refresh Devour, and right now I still have Devour active. Again, I know there's a guy shooting me from behind. It's a point in case. I know. I'm not blind to it. I'm not stupid. But what I did is I chose to pursue the guy I was already shooting. Sure enough, I finished him off, refreshed Devour, turned around, challenged the guy who was shooting me up at the bum hole, and traded with him with a fully charged Devil's Ruin. Which was better than stopping my engagement, turning around, and dying before getting a single kill. I'll take a two-piece trade over a getting two guys weak and not getting a kill every time. I whipped up a little old-fashioned. Sorry. This is what I do at night. This is like my evening routine, by the way. I watch a lot of my own gameplay at night. Sometimes I find something that's worth making a video out of it from the day. Other times I don't, and I don't upload, but I still watch my own gameplay, pick up on mistakes that I made, constantly trying to be a better player. For two reasons, really. A, I want to be a better player because it's more fun when you're better at something. You know, sucking at racquetball and losing to your roommate over and over and over again is less fun than being really good at racquetball and kicking your roommate's butt over and over and over again at it. Video games, it's more fun to be good at it and to rack up some pretty cool streaks of multi-kills. So I'm constantly trying to get better. Even years after becoming a Destiny player, I'm still watching my own gameplay, still trying to figure out what did I do wrong. Here, I committed to the Devil's Ruin way more than I should have. I should have had the scout rifle out when that guy was, when I was initially trying to shoot him while he was floofing. Got a couple off of B here. Again, I'm trying to get control of this, but I also don't want to be a sitting duck. The guy threw a grenade directly on B, so sometimes it's not that I'm not playing the objective, it's that I'm trying to get control of the area before I really fully commit to capping it. And I step on, step off, step on, step off. I'm trying to stay alive. If I die when I get at 50% cap because I was overcommitted to the zone, doesn't do my team a lot of good to have a zone halfway captured. So I cat and mouse it a little bit. Every time I slide, it throws me off when I'm charged, elementally charged or whatever. Here, because I go invis, and I'm like, wait, I'm not a hunter. This is weird. What's going on?
30 seconds.
Do you guys remember when crouching for a while would make you go invis back in D1? Here, I'm just trying to, I really want to keep this B control. The score is pretty close, and I want to make sure that we end up on top. So I'm trying to defend B at all costs. I know zone advantage is a big deal. I throw the Nova right on B, get the kill. The second guy steps on it to try and cap it, dies in the aftermath of my Nova bomb. I respawn, we win by 5 points. All in all, I played it pretty well. There were a couple of engagements. Honestly, this is one of the things that I notice about myself the most, is there's a lot of times where it's like I commit to a certain weapon in my loadout when I clearly should just swap. I'm like, no, I'm committed. I've already started shooting with the sidearm. I know he's way too far away. I have 0 aim assist on him, and I'm doing half damage. But I'm going to stay committed. When I look at it in retrospect, I'm like, dude, just switch to the other weapon. Just swap to the scout and shoot the guy. What were you thinking? So I guess that's one of the takeaways. This is not a good match, honestly, if I'm being honest. This makes good content. It's a 52 kill game, right? But honestly, what's better for me is to watch my 26 kill games, my 30 kill games, and be like, yo, I wasn't fragging out that match. I dropped a 1.4. What could I have done better, you know? And that's a below average game for me. Your below average might not be my below average, you know? And there's some people who out there who a 2.0 would be a below average game for them. There's people out there with a 3.0 KD, so when they perform 2.0, they might go back and they look at the gameplay and they're like, what did I do wrong? You know? Just keep that in mind. Your average is not everyone else's average. So you got to say, what games did I perform below average on? Watch those games back, and what did I do wrong? You know, I've had a lot of people who are like, hey, can you review my gameplay and give me some tips? And I'm like, and I have done this in the past. I don't do this right now. But in the past, I've said, yeah, go ahead. Send me, you know, some gameplay to watch. And they'll send me like, oh, this was a great game I had where I had a wee ran out of medals and, 40 kills or whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to see that. And they're like, what? I want you to be proud of me. I want you to look at my gameplay and be impressed. It's like, that's not what I'm trying to do. If you want me to give you pointers, show me a match that's below average for you or average for you. Those are the best ones, average to below average. Because those are the ones where we can pick up on some trends and find, yo, what is some of the parts of your gameplay that we could fix and that, you know, you could improve upon. So this 52 kill game, there's not a lot to point out there that's a mistake. It's probably a bad example of really reviewing your own gameplay, but it makes for good YouTube content. And here we are on a YouTube channel, and you don't want to watch a 20 kill game. That's not why you come to YouTube. And that's probably not why you watch my channel. You're probably coming here to see some, good gameplay. So I posted a 52 kill game. But you know, if you're interested, I'd be more than happy at some point if you enjoy it, or if you would find it insightful. I'd be more than happy to show you a average to below average game of mine and review it and kind of talk about the mistakes that I made. If that's something you're interested in, just let me know in the comments section. But I did want to show off the 52 kill game because I felt like it was pretty cool with a scout rifle. You know, just showing how to leverage the things in your kit to their maximum potential. But hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. Hopefully you enjoyed the late night whiskey and chat. Because this is a little bit of an insight into my evening routine. But thanks for spending some time with me, for watching the video. Hope to catch you in the Crucible. Bye-bye.